got none other than Karston King joining us. Welcome in, Karston. So, Karston, we'll start with some recent news. That's that you've made the jump, the leap to the big block modified from the crate car. Kind of just run us through that. How's that transition been going for you?
The transition the transition is a lot different than what it was like going from a go-kart to a 6, but I'm definitely learning it every lap. I'm trying my hardest to keep up with the fast guys.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna wait a little bit to ask this question, but have you done any extra like? Of course, I don't know if the sim mods or anything like the stuff in real life, but prior to you switching to the unrestricted car, have you done any sim training or anything to help with that, or has it kind of just been like cold turkey straight into it, just learning it as you go?
A little bit of both. The sim, it doesn't really help with, like, the learning part of it. It helps with my reaction time and, like, the speed is really accurate at Learnerville,
Mm.
and, it helps with, like, reaction time and timing up the corners good, but it doesn't really feel as realistic as it does.
Right. Okay, I'll pivot off of that. So far for this season, how would you say your season so far across both divisions has gone for you? Just so far.
The Sportsman, been good. My worst finish, I think, was a 5th at Mercer. Big block, we're still putting our toes in the water, still trying to get that one pretty good. But overall, it's been good. A lot of growth, a lot of growth.
Now, what differences do you notice going from the crate car to the big block? Like driving style, how you have to adapt. I mean, I'm sure it's dependent on the track, but at the same time, I mean, other than just the bigger engine, is there anything major differences between the two cars?
The big difference that I notice is in the Sportsman, you wanna try to keep it straight through the corners, like, you don't wanna get too sideways because 'cause you'll lose speed, and then in a big car, you just wanna keep the thing sideways, like, it's hard to keep it straight and keeping speed up.
Yeah. Across both cars, like as a baseline, I guess this is a two-part question. So as a baseline, how would you describe your driving style? And then like you kind of like how Chase alluded to. I mean, you mentioned how you kind of have to drive a little bit different actually like car control wise, but does has the big block swap made it so you're a lot more conservative now or things like that? But yeah, I guess answer first. What is your baseline driving style?
I say aggressive because 'cause I'm always, like, looking for an open gap to take and always trying to put my nose somewhere, either it fits or it doesn't fit. I'd say that's a big one.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. Of course, I've never done any form of crate racing, but I would kind of assume that you kind of have to be more aggressive in the sportsman stuff because I would take it that a lot of those passing opportunities are kind of, I wouldn't say few and far between, but I wouldn't imagine that it's, as often as maybe where with an unrestricted car, you kind of can make more stuff happen. But I don't know. Would you agree with that maybe?
Yeah, I'd say in a Sportsman, it's hard to gain your speed back because you guys are all the same. It's all just momentum. So, if you lose a lot of speed in a Sportsman, it's hard to gain it back, but in a big block, sorry, it's easy to be able to get the speed back, like, if you mess up in a turn trying to pass or something, it's a lot easier to get your speed back.
Right. One more question I kind of wanted to ask real quick before we started talking about how racing got started for you and stuff. And pardon my ignorance if this is a lack of research on my part. Now that you've switched over and kind of put your feet in the water with the big block stuff, are you still gonna balance both divisions out? Are you still running sportsman stuff, or are you eventually looking to like swap completely over to big block?
That's a good question that I don't really even know about because my dad I think I am gonna run it full time now from, like, here to the end of the season, but I think he doesn't wanna tell me that.
Mhm.
So, I'm not really sure, to be honest with you, but I think that's where we're shooting to right now.
Yeah. I mean, out of the 2 cars, I mean, which one do you like more? I mean, do you like the style of racing of the sportsman stuff more, or are you a fan of the so far the big stuff?
I'm a fan of the speed, dude. It's just the speed that gets me going, you know? Just it's hard to get a lot of speed in them small cars like I was saying earlier, but
Yeah, right.
All
Okay.
right, I'll pivot back to the racing history part. So you mentioned go-karts earlier, a little bit earlier, a couple minutes ago. So kind of run us through that, how you got started into go-karts and how your go-kart career kind of went.
go-kart crew was good. I got into it when I was about, I think, 8 or 7, ran it for about 4 years. I started because my dad out of nowhere, he bought something off Facebook, I think, and it just started ever since. We worked with Tommy Dawson and Evan Dawson, but, did that for about 4 years. It was really fun. I miss it sometimes. And my dad, he ran go-karts when he was my age. And I think that's where he got it from. Like, just wanted me to start go-karts.
Yeah. The cart stuff every time it comes up because I love just asking a flurry of questions with that stuff. There's so many. I think having carts in background is so intriguing, and it's so interesting to see racers that have came up through karting how they do. And typically, I feel like it points towards that they run pretty well. But I guess I want to ask first in karting, like what kart tracks did you run at?
I only raced Slippery Rock because I went to Lockhart's, I think, twice. Slippery Rock was the only place open. And then I went to Noggle a couple times. That's like 3 hours away from where I am. But Slippery Rock mainly. I went to Lockhart's my last season twice. I actually blew the rear end out of it down the back stretch. Bearings were all messed up. It was bad.
No.
So mainly
Rear
Slippery
ending.
Rock. Career ending.
I never had any look at Lockhart, so I don't. I share that sentiment. I also agree with you too. Now being like removed from go karts for a little bit, I miss it a lot.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I don't know if it's the style of racing or just I don't know what it is. I miss it bad. I would love to like not. I don't want to do it like full time
Yeah.
again, but I'd like to like if someone had a cart just that I could jump into for one night. That's all I would need. I would just need one night to experience it again, probably get mad at it, and then not do it for probably another year or two. But I miss that stuff too. No, but kind of like what I said when I first asked the question, I think the kart stuff's really, really important for drivers that come up through. A lot of people actually talk about how, like that there needs to be more entry level divisions and stuff in big car racing, which I don't disagree with. But at the same time, though, I think that you get that similar effect with go-karts, and I don't think they get enough credit. So I want to, I guess I've asked this question a little bit to other drivers, and the answer I kind of get is the kind of the rudimentary stuff with it. But go-karts, like you can pick up on a ton of stuff from that. Do you think that go-karts has been so far like into your big car career? Has it played dividends for you? Has it been really, really important as you've started to grow as a driver, or do you think that maybe you could have went without it?
It's hard to tell because I don't really remember a lot of go-kart, like a lot of go-kart years. I remember the last two, but I think it helped a lot. It
Yeah.
definitely sent me back into getting into a big car because I could have got into it when I was 13 or something. But I think that it was teaching me like throttle control through the corners, when to lift and stuff, and it definitely helped with that.
Yeah. When you raced karts, did you run clone stuff or did you run Predator?
I actually ran both. I ran two classes. They were actually back to back every time, so I'd hurry up, jump out of one, and run to the other.
Yeah.
But
Duty.
the clone, I was definitely the best. Like that's when I felt more comfortable was with the more speed in the clone.
I got to dabble around with the Predator stuff a little bit, and it was like kind of like what we talked about with the Sportsman stuff a little bit. It's like you once you get going, it's hard to step out and do something. I mean,
Yeah.
it's weird. It's so much more momentum based, and it's just a different style of racing. But I certainly liked having the more of the power. But
Before we
yeah.
move on from the go-kart stuff, I kind of just wanted to get your take on Slippery Rock closing down. I mean, you mentioned that's basically the only track you ran in go-karts. I mean, are you sad to see it go? I mean, are you gonna try and get another one, jump in your brother's cart for one last ride this year?
Probably not. I'm too big and fat to fit in his cart. But it does suck to see it go with all the memories and stuff that we had there. It was a lot of fun. I mean, it sucks that they have to close it down. It's gonna be a racetrack that will probably never be forgotten. Um, yeah, it does suck to see it go.
I mean, I remember, gosh, I couldn't even tell you what year this was, but I mean, I feel like this builds on to Jake's point that he made earlier about the go-karts is basically an entry-level division at this point. I mean, when you were in, I want to say junior, I would imagine junior Predator, it would have been at that point.
Yeah.
It was, would have been my cousin Austin, my cousin Braden, you, who is now in a big block, and I believe Braden Beatty was also in that same class at that same time. I mean, I'm sure there was other kids in that same class. I mean, it's just crazy that those, you know what I mean, those kids and they build up. I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
even know what I'm
I
trying
know
to
what you
say,
mean.
but
I think it's crazy. No, like, because Karston, I'm sure you can share this same opinion. Like, go kart racing, you grow up in it and you kind of form a clique of people that you race around maybe, I mean, unless you're just a stone cold individual. I mean, I made friends in karts and stuff, and it was people that I raced against and stuff week in, week out. And it's like watching people come up. It's like, eventually you kind of get away from kart racing, you go and do your own thing for a little bit, and then like maybe 1 or 2 years later, it's like, oh wait, I raced with that person. Now they're running this division in full size kart racing. It's like, it is really cool to see that stuff. I mean, I don't know. I think that is a really cool thing with that stuff. I don't know. Kart racing is its own kind of deal in a sense. But yeah, I mean, I raced Slippery Rock only one time. I never got to race there a ton. I raced at Tri-City when there was a go-kart track there. And I raced there for one season, and then I don't know if you ever heard of Pittsfield, but yeah, I raced there primarily. And then once Lockhart's open, that's where I would race there like a couple times a year, and I'd break and suck. Like I just sucked. That was like the end of my karting deal, so I just got away from it. But it's like that stuff is it's good memories. It's really good. And like we talked about, I think it's really important to have that background in racing because it just teaches you the fundamental stuff, honestly. I mean, yeah, there's not a ton of racecraft that you can take from karting to maybe, for in your instance, modifieds. But I mean, there's maybe little details that carry over, and there's some just basic stuff, and there's things that you take on that I don't think that are just, I don't know. Like we talked to Brett Utera a couple weeks ago, and he came from no racing experience. And so it's like guys like that, they take a longer time to get going, I feel like. You know what I mean? There's more things that you have to pick up on. So I think that stuff's super, super uber important. But yeah, that stuff's really cool.
We'll switch over to back to present day here. I mean, I know you're running Lernerville on Friday, but are you planning on running Sharon on Saturday?
Yep, we're running the Lou Blaney Memorial Saturday.
What's the expectation for this weekend?
Make the feature both nights because it's BRP. I want to run top 10 like consistently in a big block, but it's going to be hard to do. Probably a couple of them Super Dirt Car Series guys are going to be down Saturday for Sharon. It's a big race. Just try to make the show both nights, run consistent.
Is this your first time going to Sharon, or have you been there before?
I've been there in a crate car, just first time in a big block.
Right. As far as Sharon goes, what are your thoughts on Sharon? Is it a hard track to race on?
Yeah, it's definitely challenging. It slickens up. You got to have throttle control. Either it's balls to the walls on the fence or it's around the Ute tires on the bottom. Never been there with a tacky track
Right.
in the feature.
Yeah, I'm waiting to get there too. So you have to let me know how that goes in the big block. But go ahead, Chase. I was just curious.
I was going to ask, is there any specific track? I mean, I'm sure you've been to a ton of tracks in the Sportsman, but now that you're in the big block, is there any specific track that you're really looking forward to racing at?
Probably Sharon. Sharon because family gets to go out because it's closer to our house. Family gets to go. A lot of fans there. It's definitely a track that I like racing at. It's definitely up there.
Yeah. This is kind of a question I like to ask a lot, but you kind of answered it a little bit. Is like, okay, in any form of racing, and I'm sure you're probably not going to throw a go-kart track out there. What is the favorite track you've ever raced on?
Either Charlotte and Mercer. I love Mercer.
You raced at Charlotte?
Twice, actually. Yeah, Sportsman.
That's pretty nuts. That's crazy.
And then I went to Florida, went to Alltech whenever they had the big race there in February this year.
That's awesome. I had no idea you'd been down to Charlotte. That's really cool.
I have one top 10 and then one D.
That's pretty freaking cool, dude. I had no idea.
So are you planning on taking the big block to Charlotte this year now?
Probably not. Probably not.
What about the Sportsman? Are you still going to go?
They don't have Sportsmans this year.
Oh, really?
They took them out. Yeah. They had 32 cars one time. Like my first time there. It was my first year in Sportsman. I made the show that year. And then they only had 20 last year in October. Like it was crazy. I was surprised.
Yeah.
So
And that's a far way for those guys to travel, you think?
especially to like not be doing it for a living, like
Yeah.
what the Super Dirt Car Series and World of Outlaws are doing it for.
Yeah.
It's a lot harder for
How,
us.
how far away is Charlotte? Is it like 6 hours?
No, it's got to be like
Ooh.
8.
Oh my gosh.
It's 8 in a car, but in our total home, it's probably 11 and a half.
Right. I mean, yeah, that's a different story, man. That's pretty crazy. That's a haul. That's nuts. Okay, this is a good one. I like this question. Karston, so far in your racing career, what would you say your biggest accomplishment is? The thing that you've achieved that you're most proud of?
Probably winning last year at Mercer. I mean, that definitely, I didn't think I was able to do it for the first 2 years of my career. But doing it the second year, it was a big race too. I think there was like 30 something cars there, and won the heat race and started second in the feature and won. But that definitely hit me pretty hard on a big accomplishment.
Right. Yeah, I feel like I don't know. That's something you don't forget. You don't forget the first wins. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
So is that your first and only win so far, just in the modified division, or you have a couple?
Yeah. I only have one in the sportsman.
Right. So what's it like now? I mean, I'm sure you're really, really just anxious to get back into victory lane. I mean, I got my first win in a stock car earlier this year, and I could only imagine. I mean, you've been farther removed from your first win. That anxiousness to get back in victory lane is kind of like it's weird. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I don't like it. It's freaking weird. But I mean, to do it though with like 30 guys there, that's pretty crazy as well. I
Mhm.
mean, I feel like though in the sportsman division, it's always against like a pretty stout field. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
I
not
don't know.
necessarily in the rush, but definitely at Mercer. They get average 20 cars. Rush, they don't normally get average 15, probably.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I've seen some clips of you racing Mercer and stuff, and that's mostly where I've seen stuff of you so far this year. I mean, I know that now you've been doing some Lernerville stuff, but I mean, what is Mercer, I think over a very long period of time has had a very like certain reputation. I think it's a very odd place. Like, I think now under its new ownership, I think it's like coming up. What would you like? What are your thoughts on Mercer? Is it an enjoyable track for you, or is it a really hard place to race?
Love that place. I mean, it's my type of racetrack. It's a cowboy up racetrack. You got to have your elbows up a little bit.
Yeah.
You have to, it shows like if you can be a driver and be able to handle cars like that. It's definitely a driver track. It's not the car track, if that makes sense.
Yeah. It's an odd
But
shaped place. I mean, from
yeah,
above, it looks weird.
yeah. I think the new ownership is doing really good because 2 years ago, my first time there, we were in practice and I blew the left rear off the car because I hit a bump. But it's been getting a lot better since.
Yeah, that's pretty cool though. Yeah, I was just curious because we don't with the pro stock stuff. I mean, it's kind of like Mercer's trips are kind of few and far between a little bit. I mean, we have like last year there was a tour race there, but it's like I mean, now I don't even think they have us this year as far as the division goes. So it's like, yeah. But all right, Chase, I've yapped a little bit.
All right, I'll take over for a little bit. Is there any specific goal that you want to hit this year with the big block? Like, is it a top 5 at a BRP race or a win or just make 15 features or some specific goal for the rest of the year?
I'd say consistent top 10s. That'll really do something. And then I want to try to get a couple top 5s in there, but you got to finish the race, and you can't really force a lot of stuff to happen in dirt racing. It all comes to you, if that makes sense. I think top 5 BRP is up there. I'm not shooting for a win this year because I got my dad, Garrett Crummer, Eric Rudolph, and Brad Rapp to beat. They're all the good guys that always run up front. I know I'm missing a couple, but
You were beating your dad last week
yeah, then I
for a while.
messed up. I know. I beat him in hot laps.
That's the best win is winning in hot laps.
Yeah.
That's the ultimate.
Switch gear. I'll keep yapping for a little bit. I'll switch
Okay,
gears
okay.
for us for a minute. I don't remember if we were live yet when we mentioned iRacing. Oh yeah, because Jake asked it like the second question.
Yes.
So we, at least the people listening, most of them know that we did the iRacing stuff over the winter, the LTD special at Lernerville and the race at Eldora, and that was all through your series that you put on and everything.
Yeah.
Over the winter. What kind of got you into that, and are you going to do it again this winter?
Man, to be honest, there's like nothing to do in the winter around here. Like Twin Peaks is 4 hours away and there's nothing to do. So I figured I like iRacing. And I was already in a couple groups with iRacing in the past, and I just kind of stepped out of it for a little bit, but I got back into it. And yeah, I'm probably going to do it again this year, but not as many races. We're going to try to do a lot more big money races.
Yeah. Man, you had some frustrations, being in that Discord, man. That was a time. Like when we got in there from the first race that we did, like, man, like
Some drama.
there was.
And them dirt track racers, man, they're all drama.
I mean, I'm
Especially the sim
big
one.
series.
Especially the sim.
Bunch of
The
divas.
Lernerville race wasn't bad. It was the Eldora race with the last 3 laps.
Stuff got, man, I remember like it became a thing after the second time we did it. It was like, go in the Discord, let's look and see what's going on. Because it
85
was
messages.
entertaining. It was entertaining. Dude, the one night Well, because we did the Lernerville race, right? And then it was like there was a gap before we did the other one. And like I would check in just periodically after these things would happen. I'd just check in. And then like didn't you the Discord server get nuked or
Yeah,
something
like
at one
that was
point?
like 2 weeks before the Lernerville or the
Yeah,
outdoor race.
I know. We had to redo everything. Remember that, Chase? That was terrible.
Yeah, that wasn't great.
We had to do all new names because we forgot all of them.
Jake was participating in the drama. He ran one race for the series and wrecked half the field.
No, dude, I didn't listen. I'll never do it again because I did piss some people off, but like I had to do it at least one time, dude. You had some freaking hot shoes in that series, like it was crazy. I got in there and I thought I'd run like really good. Like I do iRacing a lot. Like I spend way too much time on there, and I suck, dude. Like I finished fourth in the race that I did, and it was because I wrecked two dudes on the last lap. It was unintentional, but I threw some nasty, awful slider and took two dudes out. It was bad. I should have probably been banned from the series. But like Travis Carruthers, dude, like he won like every race, didn't he? Like,
He won. He had five in a row, and then Evan actually beat him. Evan Dawson beat him, and then Travis he had like 7 of the 9 races won.
Yeah, that
And he
thing
did.
definitely wasn't passing post race tech.
yeah, no, dude. If they would have stuck him in tech, he would have failed something. They had something going on.
No green light.
No, no green light.
I don't know, dude. I think, and this is just my theory. Okay, I do think there was some suspicious activity going on. Not that I think he was cheating, but I think like at the Port Royal race, for example, I don't know how many tracks that this could happen on. But like I saw like what he was doing. He was just going in there and like banging his right rear off the wall and the damage was off. So it would just regenerate and stuff. And I wonder if that was like part of the reason. Like, I mean, once you got up there in some of those tracks, you couldn't really pass. Like Port Royal, you couldn't really pass because everyone was zinging the top. It was like you had to throw some absolutely egregious slider or something. But
Yeah.
like a lot of guys I feel like were doing that. Of course, I didn't watch all of them, but like Lernerville, it was different because there's nothing to bang your quarter panel off of. I mean, there's nothing up there, and he still won that one. So I don't know.
That guy, he lives on iRacing.
Really?
Every night. Yeah, he's actually he does this setup shop thing. I think he makes money off of it, but he's like one of the top drivers out of 1,000 or something. And all of
Damn, didn't
my
realize he was a
races,
celebrity.
don't forget, we had the Brock Pinkress in a
That's
couple
true.
of races.
I don't know if he made the A main, but
Probably did and destroyed a couple people.
Dude, that's kind of crazy to hear about the setup shop because I've looked into some of that stuff. Like I've run into guys in iRacing races before that are like sponsored by setup shops and like they'll run and they just like promote this shop and they win, dominate by like 3 seconds in these open races and stuff. And it's like that's pretty freaking nuts. Like
Yeah.
if you got some type of endorsement like that, that's pretty crazy.
Them setup shops, they make money off of like selling them setups, so they sponsor their best drivers to go out there and just run, dominate and things. Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, I'd be curious. I'm kind of curious what setup shop he's sponsored by. I've messed with that before in some of the open late model stuff, like buying setups and stuff, and it's like it's night and day difference. I'd be curious. That's pretty
It's
crazy. Though.
Twisted Speed setups. I'm in the Discord and yeah, it's crazy in there though. It's
Yeah.
like 2,000 people in it.
Jeez. Yeah. I see it actually now. I was curious to see is the High Side Hustle Late Model Series Discord still active? It is.
Yeah.
I know.
Nay.
After this show, I'm gonna have to go back and look. That first night, man, that was so freaking hilarious. Like, cause I don't know, the Eldor race was like there was a lot that happened after that one. But like the Lernerville one, I don't know if it was at some point during the race there was some big wreck and something happened and then it just started and it was a lot funnier than I don't know. It didn't seem as serious.
All them sim guys though, they just like to argue. If it's a crash and they just argue about it.
I mean, it's like I'm guilty of it. I mean, I don't know. I'm a voice chat bandit, so I get on there and complain sometimes. I don't know. But dude, if you do another one this year, I'm gonna have to participate in it because I've always wanted to do one of those series. I've never I've never done a series, but I've always wanted to because it's like, why not? You know, I feel like it'd be super fun. That's why I wanted to piss around and do the one race. I had a fun time. It was just like I was kind of scared because there were guys in there running for points and stuff, and I'm just some dude up there throwing sliders that shouldn't even be contemplated and stuff. Like I was causing problems. So
He's throwing sliders that shouldn't even be called sliders.
right, yeah, no, it was bad. I was in there causing problems, but I'll have to look into that again. But yeah, I mean, that whole deal was a lot of fun. I mean, you got to announce a little bit. Obviously, people that are watching, this isn't Carson's first time being in the studio with
First
us.
time you can see him.
Right. It's the first I don't understand. Wait a minute. Yeah. Because when we were doing that, they could see us, right? Or did we have our cam shut
You
off?
could see us.
Why couldn't did he just not have a? Oh, he was probably just honestly.
It was on my PC, and I don't have a camera on my computer.
Right. Yeah, that was funny. I got it now. I remember. That makes more sense. I was like, I don't even remember if we had our webcams on, but yeah, that's a pretty cool deal. That was a ton of fun. I think we would definitely do that again. That was a ton of fun. And honestly, I think the thing that did make it fun was the Discord arguments. That was honestly pretty awesome. But
I gotta lay some laws down in this Discord. I already had to kick a bunch of people out of it after the season because they were still arguing.
Like rule number 1, no fighting.
it was like 1 week in between. Like we were in between the 2 races that we did. And I remember you went in there and was like put this big post in one of the channels.
They started having a driver's meeting.
Yes, that's exactly what it was.
Race.
And it was like something happened at around that time period that like you were starting to crack down on things.
Yeah.
And then things looked great. Like there was nothing for like a week, and then the Discord got nuked or something, and then it was like
That driver's meeting, it definitely helped because
Right.
I started throwing in like start money for next year and just whoever's like attendance is the best, they get paid and stuff. So they started listening a little bit better. It's like trying to train a dog and cats, you know? It's a lot harder than it seems.
Yeah. I mean, and like you said though too, some of these sim guys, man, they think they're Bloomquist and they just go in there and they don't care.
Yeah.
They're gonna do everything. But yeah, I don't know. We'll get back to the real stuff now. There's definitely something that we had to talk about. But you mentioned this a little bit earlier when we were talking about Mercer a little bit, talking about how it was a kind of like a cowboy up style racetrack. Do you prefer more elbows up track conditions, or are you kind of a slick racetrack merchant guy?
Ooh, elbows up all day. I cannot race on a slick racetrack to save my life.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Yeah. I mean, you see, you kind of like I've always thought like on the elbows up tracks, you're kind of more in control of your destiny in a way. Like you can go in there, you can race the piss out of your car, you know? So you're in one of those guys. That's pretty.
It's the exact opposite.
For what?
I feel like you're not in control of your destiny at all on an elbows up track.
You'd be surprised.
Like in a sense,
You go in there and hit the rut the wrong way and you're screwed.
That's different, okay? Because you can't think about that. You can't.
Yeah.
That's like when you sign the contract and they
But on a
still
slick track, all you got to do is just nail your line, dude.
Which is hard to do.
Yeah, I didn't say it was
is.
easy. I didn't say
Well,
it was
no,
easy.
yeah.
Troll.
It's like, I guess I meant it in more so the sense it's like on a kind of a racier track, it's like if you want to push it, you can push it. You know what I mean? You can push it on a slick track. You try to push it, you're probably going to slide up the racetrack and lose 3 spots, or you got to be like woed up a little bit.
Or like what I did at Lernerville my first time, made the redraw, all right? Finished 3rd in the heat race. I was leading more than half of it. Finished 3rd in the heat race. Redrawed 6th. I went from 6th to 17th in 1 turn. Flew off the track at Lernerville. It just wasn't good.
That, not ideal. No, sir. Now, where'd you go off at? Did you go off on the back straightaway where you can see like the boats and stuff, or are you like
Exiting turn 2.
I got you now. So you probably really. Yeah.
That hill's scary, dude. I mean, it gives you a little bit of leanway. Like when you fly off, it's a little flat. Then there's a rut, and then it's just a drop.
Right. Yeah. When we walked out there at the Stampede a couple of years ago, and I thought the same thing because where it comes off the track, like kind of like how like that, it like flattens out, but it's still at a decline. And when it starts going down that thing, man, that's scary. Like I don't know, I'd be terrified to race a sprint car there. Like in the like once you get in the grass, I feel like how are you gonna stop your like I don't know.
Yeah. Didn't Corey Day flip a sprint car off of turn 2 and like land all the way at the bottom?
Yeah, he was in like the woods in turn 2.
Ideal.
He likes to do that.
Yeah, that's that iRacing situation. I mean, you can end up over there pretty easily.
Yeah.
It's like, no, sir, not ideal.
And then whenever you're coming back onto the track, you can't see a thing, so you just hold on and pray.
Right? So it's like that one meme. It's like, I turn now. Good luck, everybody. That's exactly what it is. Literally just you're at the mercy of hopefully no one's either gonna absolutely annihilate you or you'll be fine. I don't know.
Yeah.
Weird deal. Chase, how many more questions do you have?
I've kind of been adding more as we keep going.
Okay. I have like 4 more. Like I'm
Okay,
actually
go ahead.
5. Okay. Carson, what would you say one of the best qualities a driver can have is? Like what separates drivers based on like a specific quality that they can do?
Mindset. I'd say it's a lot of it's a lot mind games, but also like driving, of course. I'd say if you get in your head, you're gonna drive terrible.
Yeah.
Then if you're like not in your head enough, then you don't think that you can do it, then you also will drive terrible. So definitely having a good mindset going out on the track, and especially coming in the pits. Like you don't want to come in and see your siblings or your kids seeing you all upset and throwing stuff.
Right. Yeah, I agree on the mindset thing. I don't know. I think one thing, like, would you agree? And probably with the big block stuff, this has probably been something that maybe that I don't know. I feel like discipline, like it goes along with the mindset thing, but like being able to let your car do something when you want to, like, just like I don't know, come in through a corner and it's like you need to let your car suck down to the bottom or something instead of where you want to instinctually just hammer the gas type thing.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I think that's a big one. But I don't know. Yeah, I agree with you. I think your mindset for racing goes a lot of different ways. I think it's a lot different to like where the cliche thing, like where with people like in maybe physical contact sports, like they got to be like dialed in and want to run through a wall, like for football example, like like you got to want to like go out there and do it. Like I feel like that's like I don't know. I think it's a little bit different with racing. I think you just gotta be
You gotta be more calm.
yeah, you gotta be
You gotta be relaxed.
right. Because if you go, I feel like if you go out on the racetrack and you're emotional, bro, you can just wreck people. It's like you could drive over your head a little bit type thing.
Is that what happened in the iRacing series with you?
I did want to win that one really bad. I'm not gonna lie. So I may be driving a little over my head. I'm not gonna lie. Do you have any pre-race rituals, lucky underwear, stuff like that? Anything like that at all?
I hardly eat at the racetrack. I mean, if that counts. I eat no breakfast. I get a big lunch and then just don't eat the rest of the night until we are done racing.
I'm the same way. Do
I
you
pray. I pray. Gotta
right?
put that in there. Yeah.
Do you bump any tunes? You listen to any music, get you hyped up or anything like that?
Yeah. It's a mix of music. It's either sexy red, classic rock, or sometimes country.
Sexy Red.
Yeah, she's definitely up there.
The next time you get a video done from Chase, you have to put Sexy Red on.
I was thinking about it at Mercer.
That's incredible. I've never heard that one before. That is awesome. Now, I talked to Brett Cutera about this a couple weeks ago. I don't know if you've heard of the phenomenon going on recently with race car drivers, but they say that you can shave 0.2 a lap if you, the night before you race, leave your sock on your right foot, your gas foot, to keep it warm. Do you believe in that at all?
I don't know. I might have to give it a shot.
You have to try it. You have to
See if it
try it
doesn't
this
bring
weekend,
it.
then let us know how it went. Because I don't know. I'm
Well,
hearing it's up.
What's
to
the-
210.
What do you mean?
I don't know. I mean, Wayne and Gibbous, usually the track's more gripped up, so.
Wait, I'm gonna look it up. Actually, I'm kind of curious myself. Full moon, some of the freaks come out. You know what I'm saying, dude? Wait, what'd you say it was, Chase?
Wayne and Gibbous, that's what we're looking for.
Well, what's a waxing gibbous?
That's the opposite.
So it's gonna be good.
Be
It's
slick.
gonna be slick as hell. You're screwed.
No, I shouldn't even race this weekend. Just call it.
Hey, yo, we'll fire it up right now. We're gonna do an iRacing race this Friday.
Okay, let's do it.
Scored going.
Chase, I got like 2 left. So if you have anything left, fire it off.
Is there any, I know we keep talking about your move up to the big blocks, but is there any, would you want to move, I want to say up, but away from the big blocks ever?
I really want to run late models. Like that's definitely the next thing I want to run. Definitely not a sprint car. Those are like the 3 main ones: big block, late model, sprint car. I'd say definitely late model. I wanted to get into a crate late model, but Dad said no. And
That
Right.
said no.
but
What
then
are-
Rush late models, those are hard now. They get like 50 car. They got 55 cars at
It
Pittsburgh.
honestly is like ridiculous.
I know. I didn't think it'd go this far.
It's kind of nuts. I agree. It's crazy. Like
I mean,
just it-
we talked about that with Brett for a while. I mean, they're racing. I mean, for most races, like they just had that. I think it was 6,000 to win at Pittsburgh last week. I mean, they had 49 cars. I think. I mean, that was just insane.
Don't forget about
And then look at the pro stocks. The pro stocks what was the Ed Laboon this year? $5,017 to win.
Yeah.
And there was only 20, I don't even remember how many cars there were at the Ed Laboon. 20 something?
They're
Got 30.
29.
Yeah, 29. I think 29. There was only
Yeah, man.
29 cars.
Fresh
That's
late
just
models,
insane.
man. It's crazy. It's
Didn't-
nuts.
Didn't they just race for 20,000 at the Firecracker?
Yeah, and I want to say they had 50, 54, 56 there.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember when they were racing for 20,000 and series points winning. Now they're doing it on a weekly thing.
Man, it's crazy. I don't know. It didn't really set in for me that week after Erie's chase, and then we talked about it a little bit, and then like we talked about it with Brett. Like it is crazy, kind of how much that division has started to like really flourish.
It's
Crazy.
almost too big at this point.
It's crazy.
Well,
I mean,
I
if you're
wouldn't go
getting
that
in,
far.
like Karston just mentioned, like if you're getting into it, it's almost like not worth it.
Yeah.
Like,
Unless you've done supers or something. Like Max Blair, Dave Hess, and
yeah, those guys,
Michael
yeah, if they'll
Norris.
go in
Because it
there and they'll
slows
freaking
down.
dominate. Yeah, they'll
it
dominate.
slows down for them, and it's like they're just but also they run against like Max is running against like guys that are really good. When you run against like the guys that he's running against, when he comes down, he's pushing himself to be faster with these other guys. It's like it's a lot easier when you come back, I feel like. But yeah, it's pretty nuts. I don't want to get too far away from what we were talking about because that's a whole other conversation in itself. But Karston, like in the sport of racing entirely, regardless of the car division, whatever, what are your aspirations? Like when you're done with your racing career, what do you want to have accomplished?
making it somewhere with racing is the big one. I really want to do it for a living. I think I could if I tried hard enough, but just having 1,000 starts and 500 wins, that would be a good one. Or just at least hitting 100 wins. I mean, my dad, he's not there yet. My grandpa hit 100 2 years or 3 years before he got done racing. My dad said that he's gonna get 100 and then just quit racing, but
Yeah.
definitely 100 wins is up there.
Right. Yeah. That's pretty cool. Chase, I got one more regular question. So if you have anything left.
I'm out. You're good.
All right, man. All right, Karston. So in all of racing, who would you say is the toughest driver you've ever gone wheel to wheel with? Who is the guy that's raced you the hardest? I mean, he raced the absolute piss out of you. Well, it could be a girl too, but I don't know if there's many of those in the modified division. I don't know. But
Racing. Probably my dad. I mean,
Yeah.
me and him, we were going at it at Mercer, going back and forth. I'd also say Eric Gabaney, big 602 guy at Mercer. His nickname is the Mercer. We always battle. Cole Holden. So I'd probably say my dad
yeah,
is the top one up there. Yeah,
that's cool. That's cool that he's the one you can say
Yeah.
to your dad.
for right now at least.
Right. That's
We
pretty
haven't
cool.
You haven't got any rivals yet.
Right.
Not yet.
I don't know, man. That's pretty. Rivalries are scary. Okay, man. That was my last question. So we kind of like to ask all our guys. once
Well,
we get to
wait,
the end of the show.
before Jake does this, do you have any questions for us?
Oh yeah, probably should.
What made you guys start the podcast?
That's something nobody's ever asked us.
Dude, that's a good question. Dude, okay, I could say it from my perspective, and then I'll let Chase do his. It was a joke. We would go to the Sharon. What was it? The 10K race. The Pro Stocks used to have a 10K race, and it was a 2-day race for us. And so we'd go and stay and fish. And along the line, somewhere at one of these 2 days, we come up with the concept of doing a podcast. And then there was this video of one of Chase's or both of Chase's cousins talking about licking the dirt. And then it became, all right, Licking the Dirt podcast is what this is. And it was a joke for like probably, I don't know how long, maybe 3 years before we actually started it. And it was just like us, like a random picture of Chase. I don't think I was on it. It was you. And then a picture of like Greg Whelan, I think is the one it has. It was a joke forever. And then eventually it was just like, I don't know what actually happened that we were like, let's actually do this. Cause I don't know. It's been like a little over a year now. So I don't know what happened that changed.
Yeah,
at
it would have
all.
been March of last year. I don't know why it was like all of a sudden we were like, all right, let's do it this Wednesday, we're doing it. I don't know. But yeah, we were just like, no one else really talks about, I mean, we talk like back and forth all the time about like racing, like what's going on around racing in the local area. And we were like, man, it'd be cool to like talk to other drivers and talk about the racing that's going on. And then we were like, all right, let's just do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing for the longest time was we had no idea that like, we thought it would be really hard to do. Like, we thought that if we were gonna do a podcast, we'd have to have a neutral location. So, like, in my head, I thought that we would have to have a place that we could set up a podcast recording area and get microphones and do it that way. I thought it had to be completely in person. And then I did research and I found out, and this was just like last year, I found out that you could just like go onto websites and record virtually. I was like, so like that's an option that we could do. And then we just started yapping about things. And it was like Chase said too, like we would get in these debates and stuff about racing all the time and talk about things. It was like, this should be on a podcast. Like just conversations that were like, this should be on a podcast, which is reflective
Oh, I have a
of
picture. I don't know if I still have it, but I have a picture that's like a Facebook meme or like off of Twitter or something. It says it's like a 5-year plan. And it's like, it's from like 2022 and it's like 2022 fully developed brain or whatever. And then it's like 2026, like start a podcast if still alive or something like that.
Yeah, and I think we actually started the podcast before our brains were fully developed, hence why we're, we don't know what we're doing. But yeah, that's how we ended up here, I guess. So I don't know. It was just a thing that happened. Like, I don't know. Now that we're a year removed from it, I have no idea how this thing actually started. Like, it's crazy to even think that you're our 39th episode. So like we're 39 into this thing and that's pretty crazy. Like, I don't know.
How about your guys' 67th?
Dude,
Get it?
well, all right. Because you said that, when we get to episode 67, we're gonna have you back on now.
All right.
Because
Okay.
you're the first driver to ever do a 6-7 reference in here. Intentionally, though. Because we had an interview a couple weeks back, someone said 6-7, and I almost lost my shit on here. I laughed so hard, but it was like they had no idea what they did. So it was like this whole thing. But okay, let's wrap this up. Karston, is there anybody on the podcast right now? Well, not on the podcast, but people that you'd just like to put out and thank? Sponsors, people that have helped you get into racing, stuff like that.
My grandpa, my dad, my mom. I mean, they do a lot. They show up to almost all my races. My mom actually has never missed one of my races. She's been to all 60 something of them, 67. Yeah, definitely the sponsors. They're a big help.
All right, man. Well, this was a great interview. We got 50 minutes of it. This is one of those interviews where I felt like we could actually just talk and not follow a structure. So I always like those ones. It makes things a little more lax. So yeah, man, it was awesome to have you on. Awesome talking to you. We will probably do another race with you at some point. So we'll see what happens with that. Let it keep us in the know about your series, and I'll probably race in it. But the thing is that if I race in it, I'll probably have to like pull a double duty. I don't know. We'll have to see what's gonna happen with that.
All right.
But
Thank you guys.
yes, sir. Alrighty. Thank you, everybody, for watching. This has been episode 39 with Karston King. Like and subscribe if you want to see more of this stuff. Yeah, we'll have this out. I don't know when we'll have it out, actually. I don't know what we have planned. I don't know. We might have something planned. I don't know. We're kind of fly by night right now we have some things that we want to do and some things that we don't want to do. So we'll see. But thank you so much for watching. Like the video and subscribe to our channel. And we'll catch you guys on the flip side.